how beneficial is it to go to a career fair? Just because obviously the recruiters there are going to see so many other students and stuff too. So I can see a student being like, why should I go if they're gonna, the recruiters are gonna see so many students and I may not stand out. So why should I go versus, just applying like on handshake instead of going to a career fair?
Yeah. Okay, there are so many benefits to going to a career fair. One is you build that face-to-face contact with the recruiter who's at the fair, right? So after that, if you apply to the position, even if you're applying online still, you can refer to in your cover letter that you met so and so at a fair. And that's really going to increase your chances because that person can then remember you and say, oh yeah, we had this conversation and they seemed really interested, etc. So it's already showing that you put in the effort, you took the initiative, you went out there, you actually had a conversation with them, and they put a face to your name instead of just looking at a resume on someone that they never met. So it's already going to
Mm-hmm.
benefit you in that case. That's one. Number two is you might even get hired on the spot. You might not need to go through the job application process if you're a really good fit for the position. Sometimes employers will do that at a fair, um, but it goes. That would mean you have to be very prepared with a resume in hand, as well as attire has to be appropriate for the kind of company you're talking to, and then you being able to present yourself effectively. But that could happen is getting hired on the spot. And number three is even if you don't end up getting that job, you are getting experience talking to a recruiter or an employer and getting yourself out of your comfort zone to be able to talk about your skill sets, to be able to present yourself in a professional manner and not be intimidated by people who are in the hiring chair. Because at the end of the day, there are people, and I know that a lot of times we put folks who are going to hire us on a pedestal, but at the end of the day, they're also human beings. So just being in those spaces and talking to them is just getting you out of your comfort zone, even if you don't get a position out of that experience.
I love that you explained that, like the benefits of it in the sense of it might lead you to a job, but even if it doesn't, it's still teaching you something about yourself. It's still helping you get out of that comfort zone and do these kind of stuff that you're probably going to have to do once you graduate anyway. So again, going back to that, just kind of building those skills.